Yo! What up, guys? Welcome to another edition of eXtv, covering another matchup from the ESEA Season 7 LAN. Tonight's action is going to be between Complexity, who fell from the upper bracket, and the matchup against eMazing Gaming, which you can watch the second map from that, Gravel Pit, in our archives. Tonight we're going to be watching the third map of this matchup. Lineups are up if you want to take a look at them, give them a pause, read them over. This is map 3. The first map was Granary, which featured 4 really quick rounds traded between the two teams before Complexity pulled out to a 5-2 lead, while the second match, Gullywash, was a lot slower paced, with Blight playing really defensive and winning it by a score of 4-1, I believe. So Blight is in the red uniforms here. You see Platinum taking the lead with his equalizer rollout and his bunny hat. And Complexity is also sporting custom uniforms. These uniforms, of course, can be found at our website, eXtelevision.com, and installed for your own personal use. You can choose a team, choose a color, install them however you want. Complexity taking the roof here now. Hardblue jumping up and trading some rockets, getting credit for Relic's kill as he falls to his death. Though he gets finished off by Enigma. Now TLR skipping on top of the roof. Raining rockets down on top of Platinum. Good little shimmy. Dodges the air shot. And now it is Smacka who's in-game as the Joker. And Blackie Monster getting tossed in the air and then finished off by the shotgun of TLR. So Complexity wiping Blight Gaming and taking the middle point with ease. Complexity, played pretty well against EMG. Blight faced off against them in the lower bracket opening rounds. I guess it was actually in the upper bracket. Whatever. Oh! Messer's sniper. Let's see that again. Replay from his POV. Very nice angle there and a good body shot on the Fragile. Takes him down, and Complexity is going to be slowed from pushing into last once again. Now, this video was produced by Lucky Luke. It is his first full-length eXtv match. Very happy, very proud of his efforts. He recorded it at 60 frames per second through Source Recorder, which isn't the same level of quality that you'd like to get in a high-level frag video like our top 10 plays of the month. But recording these full-length matches takes a long time. I've started recording them in fraps, real time basically, so that the process is a lot easier. But Lucky Luke was having problems making fraps work, so he dedicated a lot of time to this. And sometimes too, when he was recording, he can't hear the audio, so he misses a couple bits of action here or there. But Platinum coming in, good rocket on Justin, finishes him off pretty solid, and him and Hardblue tag team and Relic there, getting a little bit of presence on the second point, while Platinum pushing forward, trying to scare Complexity back and push them off the second point. So this is ColdFront, of course, if you haven't seen this map before. I think I already mentioned that once. I love this map. Platinum coming out here. Oh, great rocket. Just pinpoint right at Fragile's feet. Tossing him up in the air, and he's got to use this Uber. So once again, they're pushing in hard on the second point. O-play down really low, getting heals from Blackie Monster. But Enigma just running in there and shotgunning him down. So, I mean, Complexity captured the second point here, but they know they're like, Blight doesn't have the Uber yet. We got to push it on him now, since they were forced to use that early. The Soldier is jumping in here for Complexity, getting aggressive, heading for Smacka. Take him out. Fragile's down already, getting on the point. So is Enigma. Justin with great stuff, but 2 soldiers coming in. 1 soldier left for Complexity. Now Relic getting flanked from behind, and Blight ends up cleaning it up. Blackie Monster panicked, maybe just a little bit. Check out this replay from Justin. Pops the Soli up in the air, hits him again, and then finishes Hardblue off with the third before getting taken out by Platinum. But great triple air shot there from Justin, excuse me. Well, I guess, it was a juggle with a double shot, whatever. But Blight pushing out here, going to be capturing second, and once again, playing strong defense, pushing out from their last point. Last point of ColdFront is hard to capture. Some people have problems with that and don't like this map because of it. I think really when you see heavies being used on the last point, I think you see that a lot on ColdFront because the way the angles are, it's hard to run a sniper to counter the heavy. You just don't get very good angles looking back there. at usually where you position the heavy. So I've also heard people complain about this map simply because they don't know how to play it. It's very similar to Granary, where you got to post up outside the second point and just be really cautious. But it has you know, some decent flanking routes, and I think it takes a lot of patience. And yeah, definitely I've played in some games where you know, people were getting really frustrated with it, but they didn't really know how to play the map, and that's why they were getting frustrated with it. New feature added into TF2 recently, the map stamp collection, where you can buy a stamp to support the maker of a map. And I bought a ColdFront one because I like this map. So, you know, it's just $1 to do that, and it's a very nice gesture. So, if you have any love affairs for any map that's on there, buy a stamp. Fragile taking a bit of a roller there, not too much health knocked off him though. Now starting to pressure in, but he gets disconnected from Relic. It's alright though. Relic still has plenty of health. Roller's driving him back a little bit, and the team's just kind of standing off. Especially in the early stages of the this match, the teams just don't want to make a mistake. And the soldier going in, now getting disconnected from his medic, and Relic actually goes down. So Complexity is going to back up a little bit, and Platinum's going to put the pressure on. Yeah, gets the pop off the Fragile. Again, insane pressure from Platinum. Platinum is a great roaming soldier. Enigma going down on the side after taking out Oplade. Oplade then goes down, but Harblu trying to push in here, taking a lot of spam though, down to 20 health. Gets the health back, he's back up a bit more, takes out TLR. And Justin on the side there, falling back. Now a lot of the players have custom, you know, unique hats, or just hats different from their partners. So Relic is in the skull hat, while TLR is in the white Tyrant's helm. Carnage is rocking the green Baker Boy with green flame. And Hardblue is rocking the Samurai, the yellow Kabuto, while Platinum has the bunny ears. Those maps, the hats are helpful in telling players apart. So at least that's one thing that the clutter isn't a problem. Good flank here by TLR and the Fragile. Haven't popped the Uber yet. They see it pop from Blight. Now they're switching over, but Fragile's got to burn some of his Uber on Carnage, who's going to get picked off by Platinum. Having to switch the Uber burns it faster than if you just keep it focused on one player. TLR getting popped up in the air by Platinum, who's down to low health. Picks up the health pack though. Just the perfect time, down to 30 again. And 26 health left. Carnage has got his back to him. Oh, actually, that was Enigma, excuse me. I saw the green flames, but it was actually a pillaring tower of hats, not the green Baker Boy, and so that's Enigma. But the matching hats are just so cute. That's when you know a team is devoted. Of course, Blight has the matching bunny ears, with 3 of their players rocking the max head. And I also like that Blackie Monster has the black surgical mask. I don't know if he dyed it black because of the eXtv custom black Blight uniforms, but I can only hope that's the reason. I'll have to check in with Randy. Randy's Blackie Monster. Randy. So Blight now has the middle and the upper ground on this map. So starting to push in, but Hardblue got trapped by Justin. So since he's down, they're going to be taking a little bit of time. Look at this sticky spot by Smacka. Pretty good. First one's got its spikes sticking up, but a clever spot, and that's definitely what playing Demo Man is all about. And now it's Blight's turn to just kind of chill out. All the top level teams are very patient, and that's why they've gotten to be this far. Looks like Hardblue's on Spy, but we haven't spotted him yet. Fragile is on this ramp, so if Hardblue were to get back here unnoticed, he could do some serious damage. And Soldier's just holding this ramp room. Look like the Spy's back there. Yeah, there he is. Uncloaking, coming in. Oh, Fragile spotted him. His team's on him. And yeah, Hardblue taking a ton of damage. Good quick reactions from Complexity. And, you know, decent chance at a backstab there, but just instead knocks some health off Fragile. Of course, it's regenerating back now. Yeah, covering this right-hand side is very crucial for the defense at the second point. I'd say this is kind of priority number 1. Then the doors are priority number 2 in terms of what you need to defend. And then the left-hand side would be the third spot that you have to really worry about on defense. Rockets coming in, just trying to get some spam damage. Excuse me, just taking a drink. We definitely are going to have the rest of the LAN coverage coming towards you guys as soon as we can. Probably won't be out towards the holidays. We got some other projects in the works too. Hardblue moving in here. Doesn't get spotted. Oh, good pressure. Gets Fragile to pop. Now just trying to rocket jump his way out of here. But yeah, he's going to get caught down behind enemy lines. But forcing Fragile to use the Uber there is huge. And also took him down to about half health. So TLR moving in, trying to do something similar to Blackie Monster. But gets taken out. Just a little too much damage to himself and not enough to Blackie Monster. Good jumps though by TLR. And Platinum moving in with the Uber as it's fading on him. Now Enigma here, let's see what he can get done. Moving in on Blackie Monster, scores a couple of hits. Oh, big shot there. A little bit more, down to 20 health and finishes him off. I think he had Platinum behind him, chasing him with the equalizer too. And gets that health back now, trying to move back in and protect his own medic. Does a good job of that, taking out Messer. Both soldiers on him. And Hardblue kind of getting tossed around a little bit. Enigma, I think, standing on top of his head for a second there. Relic wants to push out the left side. He already got his buff, actually, so he's just moving on forward. That's what a good roaming soldier does. You get your buff, you move on out. And then you survive and reconnect with your medic. So TLR getting on top of the house now. He gets popped up. Scout trying to get some damage done. No real damage done to the Fragile, though, and taken out with ease. Fragile has the Uber now, and they're going to be able to push in and take this middle point with ease. Blight doesn't want to push into this. Maybe throw somebody in here to try to get the Uber popped, but also might as well just focus on your defense at the second point, especially since you're pretty close to getting the Uber. There's spam being traded. And Complexity getting set up. You can see they have their whole army, whole force together. Keep the medics safe and concentrate your power. It's good top level play, like all the players just staying healthy and not taking damage and just trying to open up opportunities. Relic taking a little bit of spam though, and Complexity forced to fall back a little bit. Blight has the Uber. And you see the scouts just kind of watching the left side flanks. And the medics sticking with the soldiers and the demo man. Enigma getting picked off on the left-hand side. TLR's over there. Fragile pops the Uber a little bit early. Just took a little bit of damage. And with TLR now, Blackie Monster Ubering as a counter, but maybe a little bit more time to do work with this. Having to fall back. Platinum's got a kill on Carnage, but that was about it. And now Complexity seeing what they can do. Oakblade picking Relic off though, as Relic jumped into him. And Oakblade trying to push up the side, taking a bit of damage. And Smacka getting crazy on top of the roof, throwing down some stickies. Not able to find Fragile though, and cleared off by TLR very efficiently. Oh, check this out, jumping in his Platinum. Skips over the top. Great surf from the Fragile, who just barely dodges that second rocket as Platinum goes down. So he gets the health back in, he's all healed up, and Blight, actually, like, everybody went down except for Hardblue in that push. So Complexity is going to take advantage of that and push in to the second point. And probably they have a strong Uber advantage as well, so surely as soon as they get the Uber, they'll push in as well. Very long first round. 30-minute halves is the North American setup. Unless a team gets to 4 points, at which points the half is over, and the games are first to 5 is the format on these 5 CP maps. Just trying to pressure out here. Carnage just trying to see what sort of angles he can get. He is counter sniping against Messer, and Complexity trying to work in this side here as TLR gets Ubered. They catch Messer out of position. And moving in here with force. Scout trying to do work. That's Enigma back there. And Carnage is down as well, though. So now it's the soldiers and Justin going to come down to them. Hardblue really low on health. One final pipe takes him out, but Relic goes down at the same time, and Justin is just going to have to fall back. heading towards the ramp side. Carnage is back up, so he's going to be able to contribute to defense here, maybe just a little bit, but definitely Justin going to have to make something happen if they don't want to take out the second point here. Getting tossed in the air, though. Scout coming in as well, and Justin just getting flung around by those rockets. Blackie Monster doing a good job of watching the angles for Carnage until Platinum can move in front of him, give him support. Now popping the Uber, and TLR getting caught. Oh, the double rocket. As he was trying to jump, he got hit by a rocket at his feet, popped him up in the air, and he actually hit the ceiling of the map and lost all of his forward momentum. So that kind of snuffed out the rest of the Uber. Now Enigma coming in as spy. Nobody's seen him yet, or at least communicated it. Oh, and just a simple backstab there on the medic. I'm not sure which soldier that was, but definitely had a good look at him. But Blackie Monster just not aware of Enigma coming in. Now checking this spot, that shot. Sweet shot by Carnage. He gets finished off by Harblue, but it was a big shot on Platinum as Platinum was trying to rocket jump up. Big enough that Platinum himself compliments it. Haha, nice shots. But Complexity's moving in. That spy pick was huge, and Carnage taking out Platinum certainly was a big deal as Platinum does a ton of damage for Blight. O played, fairly good movement there, but going up against two of the best soldiers in the game. So got taken out pretty easily. And the soldiers of Complexity combining again to take out Smacka. Just pressure from both sides. And Complexity moves forward. Yeah, still on the first round, which is quite surprising, but it's been very back and forth, very exciting. Justin working the side here, setting some traps up high. Harblue coming in and then gets blown up. Only 20 health for Justin. But back to his medic as they are capping quick. And almost have the Uber. Blight does as well, but small advantage from Complexity. And they're going to push hard with this. Their entire team on the right-hand side, just stacking the right. Trying to move in here. Uber going in on the scouts as they're going forward. Trying to find Blackie Monster, but he has the Uber and pops it. And now Complexity kind of reforming, backing up a little bit. Relic takes down the Platinum. And the Fragile in the upper left here, POV. Madness on the point as players getting taken out. Justin dropped off it, and Fragile jumps in and secures the cap. So Complexity finally putting their stamp on this first round and taking it. 1-0 lead, 13:39 left in the half. And Complexity up 1-0. So these custom uniforms, I made them quite a while ago and haven't had much time to make new sets for teams or improve the quality of these. But if other players or fans or teams want to contribute uniforms, just let me know. I would love to build a catalog. And Blight doing pretty good damage here. It's Harblue and Platinum have been getting kills. And now the Fragile coming in here. He's going to take matters into his own hands as TLR is going crazy. Gets the kill on Blackie Monster. A little medic on medic crime there. But he gets finished off. I mean, he was the only one left alive. And in the meantime on that, on the left-hand side, you guys probably noticed the players joining and having their names stamped on the left-hand side as ESEA kicks them out of the game. We just had, a second ago, Raven Heart Carnage tried to join the game, then got kicked out. And Carnage sometimes goes by CoL Carnage Heart Raven, who is his lady friend. So shout out to all the lady friends who support their geeks and all their activities. Shout out to Busty Latit, who is my lady. She's not going to hear the shout out, but I love her anyways, and I'll just tell her about it. But Complexity now on their back foot a little bit, and just holding that defense. And as I said before, you got to protect the ramp room first, and that's what they're doing. They have a couple sticky traps, and also that's where both of their soldiers are. You see the scouts coming in for buffs a little bit, and then moving out, and just hanging tight. So Blight is all set up. They're just waiting for their Uber a little bit. They have a slight advantage over Complexity, but that's hard to tell. They certainly don't know the numbers that the enemy team has. You can hear the medic when he says, "We have charge." So they know that Complexity has it since the Fragiles just announced that. And also, if you didn't know, you can actually hide those calls. Those calls are automatic when you hit 100%. But if you issue another voice command, at the same time that you get 100%. It doesn't say I have charge. It'll say, you know, medic, medic. That's my medic impression. I almost sound like Sync though. Getting a little French Canadian instead of German. So Blight still posted up, still just waiting. Maybe we'll even take a quick commercial break here. And come right back in as Blight is looking forward to push. Just Platinum and Blackie Monster on the side here. Maybe just a one-player Uber push in quite far. Smacka is with him. Platinum takes a shot, but no need for the Uber yet. There it is. Trying to get in the way of TLR. Platinum still moving forward. You see poke back to C to make sure his medic was following him. Uber getting split around to Harblue. Platinum falling back now. A lot of Complexity players taking damage. Relic coming in though and doing work. And TLR just barely surviving. Wow, Complexity cleaning up. Just Messer left. He's falling back. And Carnage gets him, picks him off somewhere on the map. Shifty Eyes. And custom logo. Picking. And I believe that's, yeah, Opled poking around. Gets taken out though. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, although he banged up Enigma, who goes down to Harblue. His Complexity now tries to move in. Get some sort of position. Blight does not have the Uber charge, and Complexity using it maybe a little early. I don't know if they really knew where Blackie Monster was. Blackie Monster's going to be able to get away. TLR still wants to push in, but you got to take care of the second point first. Yeah, TLR actually trying to get in there. Relic seemed like Relic was in there as well. Went down though. Smacka is down. Anytime you're without your demo man, your defense is definitely a little bit more shaky. But he is almost back up, and Blight with the Uber advantage is still going to feel fairly comfortable. ColdFront equals Granary version 2.0. That username a reference to just Granary getting quite stalematey. Rounds taking a while. Enigma coming up the side here, looking for the flank. The point is not being captured by Blight though, and he's behind enemy lines. Looking in. Nobody's home. He is stealing home. Last point. Harblue just spawned, but way too late. Great attentive back cap play there from Enigma, and that's what great scouts do. And the top level scouts always got their eyes peeled for the opportunity to get in behind the enemy team. And you know, that's also what happens when you push so far forward and don't capture the point very quickly. If you kind of delay capturing the point, then you know you're giving your opponent the time to get behind you. Coming in on the middle point here is Rollers coming over the top. Scout for Blight on top of the roof. And now Harblue jumping in. Gets a kill on Relic, but he's pretty banged up, I believe. About half health. Oplay doing work, though. And now it's Carnage and Enigma who are cleaning up. Camera was... there we go. Carnage went down. Enigma and Fragile cleaning house. That was basically the moment where I was saying earlier when Lucky Luke recorded this, he couldn't hear the audio. You know, you basically 60 frames per second recording a match like this, you're flying around the map in slow motion with the audio all glitched out, so you can't hear anything what's really going on. But he does a fantastic job with this, and you know, we love doing these types of videos, and we just want to continue getting more full-length match replays. And we've improved our technique and doing them faster. We're going to get more editors involved with it, and you know, have some great stuff coming up. We're going to do a replay of the Highlander mixer. Had some requests for that, and that's going to be a ton of fun. Complexity working in here now. Whoa, huge stuff from TLR. Great forward jumps, getting aggressive in there quickly and taking out Blackie Monster, who, if I'm not mistaken, had a pretty large charge build. Fragile was banged up pretty badly, but got back there, got the health back. Now his team's moving in. Relic is damaged, but Complexity is on the point. TLR on there getting some kills with some support from Justin, Carnage, and the rest of his team. So a 3-0 for Complexity now. as things are starting to go their way a whole lot more. Great jumps from Justin. Demoman's a little bit of a tough position to get into in the competitive scene because you got to have great jumps. And Justin a little bit quicker on getting onto the cliffs and doing good damage on the Smacka. Earlier in the season, Justin was a little bit slow on ColdFront, but that was definitely a good rollout from him. Wow, ton of damage. Justin got credit for 2 pipe kills and basically destroyed Blight. Harblu picked up a couple kills, but not enough to stop the coal train. Complexity Gaming, 3 of their members, Carnage, Relic, and Enigma, have played together for a very long time, while the Fragile, Justin, and TLR used to play together as Blight Pandemic or Blight Phantom. Before that, they were on the Pandemic Gaming. And they have since left the Complexity team, and Hardblue has also left the Blight Gaming team. There's always off-season switch-ups, and there's always pretty good reasons for it, or a lot of, just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes you don't really know about. But yeah, Complexity's got a bit of a back cap going on here, pressuring Blight. They're gonna have to fall back to deal with this, and they have brought some players back. As you can see, they kind of shifted positions, just kind of fell back a little bit closer to the second point. Yeah, Season 8 registration is open for ESEA, so if you want to play in that league, sign up for it. I think TWL just finished up their season as well, and signups are open for that. And SEVO will be having their new seasons soon as well, so it's a good time to be playing TF2. TLR just getting right on top of Blackie Monster as that Uber faded. Nobody was around to protect him, and he got taken out with ease from TLR. So again, Blight kind of getting cleared out. This time while they were pushing forward and just not able to stay alive after the Uber faded. Of course, if you're not staying alive, then you're not really doing anything useful. Carnage getting pressure on the point, but getting cleared off as Complexity just posts up. They have 75% Uber. Fragile does not want to risk that whatsoever. They're just going to hang back and build up. Blight Gaming, on the other hand, they are running an Engineer, and Hardblue just switched over, so double heavy. Engineer, double heavy, and a Soldier. We'll see how this works out for him. The unlockables and what unlockables are allowed is always kind of a contentious issue in the competitive scene. Certainly some items like the Wrangler, disrupt gameplay. Complexity coming in here with Uber Scouts. So you're going to try and get pressure on Blackie Monster early. They're going to have to take him out before he gets this Uber. He's got 95% right now, and they're just going to cap the point. So that worked out pretty well for him. And that's actually half since Complexity got 4 rounds. So Blight Gaming, in addition to being black and blue from being beaten on in that 4th round, they are now on the blue side and are wearing their black and blue uniforms. Complexity is now in the red, and obviously still in their red and white special happy uniforms. Fight for the top of the roof going on right now. Relic jumping up there. And Platinum, getting juggled a little bit. Down to 36 health before TLR finishes him off with a shotgun. And Justin falling back here. Scout pressuring him. But it is Complexity that's getting the upper hand here. Mezzer, the only one left for Blight. And just having to try to pressure around the flanks here. And goes down though. It's hard to fight 5 people at once. Fragile throwing his cat face bind out there. And Complexity going to be able to take the second point without opposition. I love those red and white stripes. There is a tutorial for how to make the uniforms on my webpage, eXtelevision.com. It's fairly easy, and I've included some files that give you a head start if you're using GIMP, which is a free editing program. But also, if you have Photoshop, there's a plugin that you can get that is very helpful. Complexity pushed in here. Tried to do the double Uber Scout, although Hardblue picked off one of the Scouts, and now Fragile having to move in to meet up with his Soldier to kick over a little bit of Uber. TLR getting up high. I like that jump, and I like where he landed, but Oakley just taking him out. Mezzer is running Pyro, just using the Air Blast a little bit. Pyro is amazing Doesn't get used that often. Sometimes it's definitely a great defensive choice for defending last, and a better choice than a scout. I'd like to see more people use the air blast. Oh, look at those stickies. That could have been dangerous. I'd like to see more people use the air blast when you're trying to defend last and you have a significant uber disadvantage. But you know, still doesn't get busted out much. Aggressive stuff here. Take down Relic and trying to put more pressure on the Fragile, who you know, trying to pressure him into using his Uber, or sorry, killing him before he can get his Uber. But this backhack here by TLR going to put a little bit of pressure on Blight and draw them to come back and respond to that. So having to take the foot off the gas, as it were, in their attack on the middle point, and you know, just having to reform. Now Complexity is going to have the Uber, and Blight's going to have to either, you know, push in really quick here, force an Uber. You know, they don't have much of a chance here though on capturing this middle point. Basically lost their attacking opportunity, and now they're starting to fall back. But you know, hopefully nobody gets caught out of position for them. So Complexity moving forward here, and this is, you know, the third map of this best of 3 series. So whoever wins this map moves on to the grand finals, and of course Complexity with that 4-0 lead, they just need one more round win to take this map and to eliminate Blight Gaming from the LAN finals. Complexity again, just playing it safe, getting everybody buffed up, and you know, send your forces out there. Let them try to find a pick, or at least find out where your opponent is. Make something happen, do damage to your opponent, and then push in and hopefully roll all over him. Especially with a 4-0 lead, you know, might as well just be cautious and show some patience. And you know, that's the thing that's kind of frustrating when you play lobbies or pickup games, and you have, you know, scouts or soldiers, or even a demo man who just throws themselves forward and dies, and then all of a sudden your team can't even attack properly because it's 5-on-6. You know, TF2, competitive TF2 is a game about positioning. So, you know, positioning really comes with patience. And Platinum just trying to poke out the side there, see what's going on, but he also doesn't want to get too far from his medic. So, you know, just in case he gets trapped, he can still be Ubered. And Sticky's at the door, just trying to, you know, just trying to play footsie with him, trying to clear those out. And it looks like Harblue got really aggressive. Platinum gets a kill on TLR. And Blackie Monster, yeah, gonna have to force to pop to protect him. But Fragile popped quite a bit earlier. Justin up here, Sticky's on the wall, and then 3 Stickies right by Blackie Monster, who didn't retreat in time. But check this out, Platinum was jumping up on the cliffs. We're gonna see this in slow motion again. Replay, awesome! Oh my god, mind blown. Justin getting a 2-kill Sticky trap with Stickies in 2 different locations. Great stuff there. Getting healed up from the Fragile, and his team is moving forward. Blight, very big disadvantage. Complexity has a 50% Uber advantage, so you know, they can just build that. The Blight players are respawning. There's only 4 of them up. They're gonna have 2, you know, in just a second. They're gonna have their other 2 players. So it's worth Complexity's time to just, you know, again, take it slow, build that Uber, and then push in when you've gotten a pick, or at least have the guarantee of pushing in with an Uber against an opponent who doesn't have the invulnerability to rely on. Appropriate noisemaker for Blight Gaming being down 4-0. You about to get stabbed in the shower. Double Uber Scout coming in here. Messer doing a good job just doing the air blast. But Carnage still doing damage on Platinum. Oh, reflected rocket killing Carnage. But Soldiers on the point. Smacker goes down, as does Blackie Monster. It is 5-0 for Complexity. Blight Gaming eliminated from Season 7 LAN. But hey, at least you made it with no plane ticket fiascos. And Lucky Luke, big shout out to that guy. Throw him a subscription because he's the man. And we love having him as an editor. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.